tell me a little bit about this partnership with US Cellular and why you decided to become the company's official Pinky Promise Ring officiant?
I just like the message, honestly, and it's creative too because it's not what you would think a cell phone company would be advocating, is it? And I love that contrarian type against what one would think campaign. And I'm trying to do my part or my best at sort of being more present. That's definitely something that after I went to Costa Rica, they actually, in fact, they asked us to put a picture of when you were a child as your screensaver on your phone, sort of like take you back to like an innocent time, and by the way, also a time where there was no cell phones. And we played outside and we did all these things. I mean, yeah, there was Nintendo. I'll give you that. We played some video games, no doubt, but now it feels like everyone's plugged in at all times. And I don't know. I don't know what the consequence of that has been or will be in the future, but I think it's important to try to uh, focus on each other face to face and really listen, hear each other out if they're going through a problem and or a tough time, and to be totally willing to listen or to even share your difficulties because that's really what friendship's all about.
Would you say some events from last season, maybe even a certain text you sent, made you feel more inclined to take on this new role? And what advice would you give to all the love-struck texters out there?
Uh, yeah. Well, if you think like this like with things are appearing to fall apart, they're already gone. Don't- there's nothing you can say, unfortunately. But you know what? Lay it all out, man, because I felt like after all that, I said everything I wanted to say. I said, good morning, Sienna. Listen, I love seeing you, and no one else makes me feel the way you do. No one. But I'm not going to try to convince someone that they love me for 3 days, especially when I know that deep down they do. And I'm okay with that if that's not good enough, kind of, you know? I didn't stay up at night afterwards being like, I should have, like, I was like, no, I said it. I said it. I meant it. So yeah, I wish it was like a half I wish I had edited it a little more, like maybe that text, but I couldn't sleep. We were in the Bahamas and things were falling apart, and I would open, when you like open your eyes for the first time in the morning, and it's like, let's call it 6:30, and you're like, back to bed, unless your mind is a complete live wire, it's going everywhere, and you can't get back to bed. And so I started texting or basically constructing a text, extensive text, as it were.
I'd love to get into a little more Southern Charm stuff since you guys just wrapped season 11. I know you
Who
probably
told you that?
have all the stories on Instagram.
I'm
Proof
kidding.
I would
I'm
need to put
kidding.
my phone down less. But you're one of the very few remaining OGs. Did you ever expect the show to go this far? And how does it feel knowing it has?
No, I didn't expect anything. I think part of the reason the show was successful in those first several years was none of us knew what the hell we were doing. We weren't entertainers. We weren't trying to, like a little bit like the Vanderpump crew, like they were trying to be actors in LA. I mean, so like that was, am I wrong on that?
No, that's right.
Oh, okay. And
Model actors.
right. So they kind of probably had a vision more clear than ours. But I think that's maybe why it worked so well for us, is because you could tell we were green, so to speak. And I loved those early years because of that, frankly. I've tried to remain well, somewhat the same in my approach to the show. Because authenticity wins the day all the time. So that's what I try to do. But 11 seasons is a testament to the people that are no longer on the show and the ones that come along and join. Something always happens. There's like, I call it like happy accidents or sad accidents, as it were. But there's always something. And I can't. It's like a mir. It's like some miracle. Like for some reason, we're able to be. I guess we're just interesting. I guess we're so flawed that it's interesting, and people like to see the ebbs and flows and ups and downs. And I hear you. I mean, for example, this new season. I'm really excited to watch it. There's like several conversations that I want to know what he or she and she said. I really want to hear it. And because I think it was a very good season. I'm not just saying that. I mean, I think they're all pretty good, honestly. But for some reason, this one was pretty. Everyone agrees was had a lot of meat on the bone, so to speak.
Last season, you had a little bit of a love interest, which, if you ask me, for the best, didn't work out. Will
Yeah.
anyone else be getting a shark tooth necklace this year?
Okay.
Are you nervous? Are you weird?
No, I'm curious to see what it is. Ah! Oh, this is so nice.
It's a megalodon
It's a
tooth.
shark necklace.
Yeah, but that's like the prehistoric shark that was like bigger than all the other sharks.
Thank you.
Not on camera, but uh, BravoCon, I'm thinking about selling some shark tooth necklaces.
Oh my gosh.
I think the fans would love that, don't you?
Catch me first in line, Shep.
Yeah. Yeah, good, good. And kudos to Craig and his team. I mean, about Bravo, they were there's the little area where you get, he'll have pillows and stuff, and
Yeah.
he was like, "Why don't we just do like a Southern Charm little section?" And which isn't that groundbreaking, but and he called me, and I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Do you have anything to sell?" I was like, "Well." And then his idea, he was like, "You should do shark tooth necklaces." I was like, "Craig, look at you, you business maven, you." And yeah, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, I could sell my new book too." So I'm excited about that, and yeah, pre-sell it, I suppose. And so yeah, BravoCon, I swear, will be different this time around, and I'm gonna have fun, but be way more cognizant of having too much fun.
Well, that's very exciting. I will definitely be buying a shark tooth necklace from you. But you said you have a book coming out? That's so exciting.
Yeah, yeah, I do. It starts with BravoCon last year, or sorry, last 2 years ago, and sort of some behaviors that I was not all that pleased with. And then I went and did Costa Rica, and that was super interesting and funny and impactful and all these things. And then the aftermath of sort of how I readjusted and stumbled and fell a couple times, stuff like that. And it's all there. I was journaling while I was there in Costa Rica and sending some of it to my friends and family, and they were like, "You got to keep going. This is hysterical and interesting." So here I am, going to write another book. I already
Well,
wrote it, honestly.
I'm not sure if you saw, but Kathryn Dennis recently posted some Instagram stories seemingly accusing Salley of copying her.
I heard on the next season that someone buys the same car, dyes their hair the same color as me, of course, the OG, and then it's because they tried to put the E before the Y.
What do you think about that? And does that mean that there's, a chance of Kathryn coming back in the future?
I was told about it. I watched it. I didn't like what I saw. It looked like she wasn't in a good state of mind. I can't speak to that though. I wasn't there, but I don't. I'm not quite sure. I followed what her line of thinking, but I did detect Salley was implicated. I don't understand the connection all that much. Like, I don't know if Salley even really knows Kathryn, honestly, but or how Kathryn knows anything about Salley. It's news to me, but man, I wish her the best. It's so sad sometimes when I'm sure it is. I can't speak from experience when you're in a custody situation, and I just can't imagine the some of the anguish that occurs. So I feel for her.
Your friend Craig recently went through a breakup himself. How was your dynamic with him? How has that been recently? And did he hang out with the guys a little bit more this time around?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Craig's awesome. I he and I are in, we've sort of just decided to like put our swords down. It was like, we're never going to see eye to eye on anything. But there are certain things that we really enjoy about each other. And let's just focus on those things. And I try to be someone that he can talk to and confide in. And we do a little bit of that. But yeah, Craig is from another galaxy than I am. So we just understand that, and we just live with it and try to celebrate the fun times we have. But Craig's phenomenal this season.
There's also JT. He had a little bit of a rough go of it last season. How's your friendship with him today?
JT likes me, and I'm happy that that's the case. We were actually filming a scene. Uh, we were actually filming in downtown, and JT walked by, and I made eye contact with him. I was like, "Oh shit, it's JT." So, and he had a big smile on his face. I mean, I don't know, I I play golf with him every now and then, and he can be incredibly funny and self-deprecating, and I think he should. That's my favorite version of him.
Yeah, yeah. And he's gone
Yeah,
from the show. You might not watch reality TV, but John Hamm does. And he said that Southern Charm is his favorite show. He said
I
it's
love
because
it.
it's about these three glorious dummies bumbling their way through lives. He said that with
Yes,
love, of course.
Most reality shows are about the women, the
Yeah.
housewives or the this ones or the that ones. And this one is about these three dumbass, glorious dummies. And I would say that if they were here, bumbling their way through their own lives.
What's your
yes.
reaction to hearing that?
I love hearing that. That's exactly how I would talk about, people that I enjoyed watching on TV. I mean, we are dummies. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And I thought it was really funny, and I think he's a really cool guy. I mean, I love Mad Men. I've never rooted for a guy who was so despicable, but I rooted for him. So, like I was like, like if he got cheated on, I was like, that's bullshit. And meanwhile, in your head, you're like, he is cheating all over town. So I just thought it was a great character, great show. Matt Weiner wrote it. I mean, I thought it's the kind of show you could pick up any season, any episode. It doesn't matter. That's hard to do. It was that good, I thought. And then I just, I think he's probably a pretty cool guy. So maybe one day we can break bread.